Can you walk us through the significance of the events that happen on this day from a theological perspective?
Obviously, if we begin from the time Christ was taken before the high priest for judgment, one could see a travesty of justice. The high priest, he knew that the Lord was not guilty of any offense, but because he wanted him killed at all costs, he pronounced death sentence on him, on the Lord. And he told Pilate that this man deserves to die. We have a law, and our law says whoever calls himself a son of God should be killed. Therefore, we're going to kill him. Now, one could see injustice at work there. From a theological perspective, it was a fulfillment of the will of God from eternity, because nothing happens by accident in the plan of God. Our salvation, the fall of Adam, the call of Abraham, the period people of Israel spent in Egypt under slavery, everything God already planned everything by his divine providence. So it was actually a fulfillment of the plan of God from eternity. So when Christ was crucified on Good Friday, it was not an accidental thing. It was a fulfillment of the will of God. Because Christ himself said severally, I have come to do the will of the Father. My food is to do the will of the Father. The Son of Man will die, will give his life as ransom for many, and he will resurrect on the third day. So it was a fulfillment from a theological perspective. Good Friday, the tragedy, the sorrow, the suffering of Christ, everything came as a fulfillment of the will of God for Christ. And Christ was obedient to the Father. He knew what was about to happen to him. He knew the suffering he would endure. He knew the problems that would come to him. Yet he submitted himself obediently to the will of God. So from theological perspective, we must always be ready to accept the will of God for us and obey the will of God, no matter how uncomfortable it may be.
Sorry, Father.
Yes, sir.
Did Jesus give himself as a sacrifice for us, or they killed him?
He gave himself. He had the power to rescue himself if he wanted to. He could have escaped. He could have disappeared. He could have used his power.
Why was he running?
Running from who? He didn't run from it. No, when it was the hour of the Son of Man. If you go to the gospel passage, you find that phrase frequent. The hour has not come. So as at the time he escaped, or that he walked away and they couldn't do anything to him, on those occasions, it wasn't yet the time. When the hour came, he didn't run away. They asked him, are you the Christ? He said, I'm he. Let these other ones, let them go. I'm the one you are looking for. I'm here.
But that was after he was betrayed.
Well, the betrayal of Judas was also part of the plan of God for the salvation of the world.
So it has been premeditated that he will be betrayed.
No, say it was already in the divine plan of God that somebody will betray him, but no specific person was chosen to do it. Judas, who did it, he did it out of his own volition. It was an abuse of his own free will. It was an abuse of his freedom. It was as a result of his greed for money, that made him to betray Jesus. He was not destined to be the one. He had every opportunity to say no. He had every opportunity not to do it, but he went and did it. We are told he went consciously to the high priest. He said, what will you give me if I hand him over to you? And they paid him 30 silver pieces of 30 silver pieces. And the Bible tells us from that moment, he was looking for an opportunity to betray him. From that moment, he was looking for opportunity. So that's it.
Thank you very much, Father.